Kirk here with Giordano Plastering. My son Jason Giordano doing the videotaping, and he works with me also. What we're doing today is a color coat finish, maintenance-free finish over this painted finish. Notice the walls here. When they did the windows, they inset the windows about an inch below where they should, and then they did bad patches. So we are first going to pressure wash the entire house with that guy there. Then we're going to apply a bonding agent over the entire house. After I do the bonding agent, I'm going to skim coat these out. I'm going to build these out about an inch in order to feather them in. That patch there I'm going to build out about a ½ inch just to get rid of this, because when it's painted you see the effects. Paint enhances flaws. When we color code it, the idea is give it a maintenance-free finish and get rid of all the flaws. Okay, where we left off is I'm applying the weldcrete over these patches because I've still got to put a solid inch right here, and I'm going to bullnose these and come around here to feather into these. So that's what this is. It's called weldcrete. You apply it directly to the painted surface, and our second coat will adhere to this, to the painted surface. You'll see that in a few minutes. Now what we're doing is we're feathering in around this window. I got to build this up about 1.5 inches. There's the start. Here's what we're doing. Pulling it out of the bucket, putting it on here, putting it on, taking it out of this bucket here with the scoop, put it on this guy, and just going to keep building up until I got an inch. I'm going to do several coats. Okay. We are at a stage where we are on this patch alone. This is my 4th bucket, and what I'm doing is building it up, building it up, building it up, building it up, because I'm going a solid inch. And I'll give you an example here. Once that's done and it's spurred out to where you need it, now we take a straight edge, because when I bowl this out here, I want it to be straight, not wavy. So we take this guy here, called the Darby, and we just straighten it out. Straighten it out. Straighten this guy out. That side. And we turn around. Hit it here. Hit it there. And we end up floating all of this. Still a couple more stages to go, but you get the idea. Then we float it, and we keep up this until we are about where we want to be, which where I want to be is at least an inch around here, so that when we finish with our color coat, it all blends in and it looks like instead of a mistake by the windows, it was done intentionally. Note we built up about an inch around the entire window, and now that we floated everything to match the existing finish, we're going to put 2 more coats of bonding agent on it. Why? Because this is a painted stucco finish, and we want this suction to be gone. We want it to have the same suction as this. Otherwise, when we color coat, the outline of this window will be a different shade, a different color, and a different texture. So 2 more coats here so that this patch is similar consistency and suction to the painted surface. So this is what it looks like prior to tomorrow's color coat. And we're at a stage here where we're color coding. One man applies it on the top, one man applies it on the bottom, and I float it in. They put it on, I make it float finish, kind of elegant as opposed to the skip trowel finishes. And we're about to drop down, and I'm going to tie all these joints together. Stucco, when it's wet, is a lot darker. When it dries, it becomes a lot lighter. At the end of the day, we'll take pictures of it again and show you the color. Okay, we are done with the top portion, and now we're doing the bottom portion. 2 guys put it on, and I float behind them, getting rid of all the joints here. Now, when this is dry, you won't see this bad outline of the patch. My guys here are doing a great job putting it on prior to me, and I just float it. I bring the aggregate out. It's called a float finish, and mighty elegant as opposed to a skip trowel finish. Skip trowel finishes are done They're easy and they hide a lot of flaws, but if you're good, you don't need to do that. Okay, now we're at the front of the house. We did more on the side because it was so bad. The front's very pretty. It didn't have a whole lot of flaws, but of course, since we're correcting the side, we're going to color code the entire house. These guys are still putting it on, and I'm floating there. I don't know if the photographs will show how when they put it on like this and when I float it. Float it all, make it pretty, give it a brand new finish. Best of all, it's maintenance free. We went over the painted surface on the house. This finish here covers all the bad stuff. I get a lot of calls from people saying they just had insulation shot on their house, and every hole shows. And I tell them, should have called a plaster, because 9 times out of 10, we can beat the painter's price. Sure, it's maintenance free. Well, you never have to paint this. 70 years, we won't have to paint this house. So that's the beauty of the color code. All right, here's the completion of the color code. Now note, while it was wet, it was much darker. Right now, this is called southern moss. It's kind of a light green. The areas where it's still dark, that's where it's drying out. We finished this wall about 2 hours ago, and we're about ready to get out of here. The whole completed. The front is done. The sides are all done. Everything is complete. Notice where the bullnose are. We went ahead and filled this up, and now you can't even tell that they had some really bad patches over here. I filled this out a solid inch, then we color coated over it. Color coat covers all the flaws. Painting enhances the flaws, so why paint when you can color coat for the same price? Okay folks, I'd like to thank you for taking the time out to look at this, I'm sure, boring video of how to color code a home. This is the complete front. Thank you for your time and have a great day.